All right, guys, so this is 113 for pre-calculus. So this is going to be much more of an exploratory lesson. There's not a like, hey, you need to get this right answer and we're going to learn how to do this one particular skill. It's I really just want you guys to kind of try your best, look at different strategies, figure out what you can do on your own with your current knowledge base. So I'm not really going to show you how to do it because the exact perfect way to do this is an extremely complex like calc problem, and we're not there yet. So I just really want you to try it out and worry about how you're thinking it and what kind of strategies are you going to use to approach this particular problem. So to start off, I'm going to have you guys actually open up a Desmos tab. It's a special lesson that already has the info in there for you. I would normally do this in class, but here's the link. If you can't type that all in, that is a 0, not an O at the very end there. Then you can go to my site and find this particular PowerPoint, and you can just get the link right off of that if you're having a hard time with it. So feel free to do that. And then once we're there, we're going to actually be going in and answering these kind of questions here. So what you should see on that Desmos activity is a series of 4 different kind of shapes, very much like the ones we saw earlier in this chapter. And we're trying to build a dirt bike track. So in order to build this, we need to have it be as cheap as possible. So we need to have we need to not be bringing in dirt and not losing dirt, because it costs us $1.32 to remove dirt from the site, and it costs us 97 cents to remove dirt from, or sorry, to bring dirt in to the site. So since we have an all volunteer thing, there's no additional man-hour cost. That's their kind of way of saying we're going to make the numbers easy for you. So what you want to do is have it be cost as little as possible to actually build this dirt bike track. I will also kind of add the extra contingency of this has to be a safe track that someone could go on and not die immediately. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. So let me pull up what this should look like for you guys on your end. So it should look kind of like this, right? So you can move these around by kind of, they should lock onto the, kind of snap to the little coordinates there. So you can, I believe you should also be able to flip these ones. I think if you open up the blue, you can reflect blue. It's somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Just change that to reflect it, and say like black, I can reflect black like that. Okay, there you go. So you can change those in that way as well. I knew that everybody. Sorry, it's been a while. So we can move these, and we want to try and have them connect. So, which is this could be a track. It's a really bad track and really dangerous because, hey, you ride up, you ride down, and then this is probably fine here, and then you big jump, and you come down, and then you're going to crash into a wall. So that's really not a safe thing for us to do. So maybe I want to go to my black, and I want to reflect it, and then I could kind of move it down like so, right? And really big, deep part there, and then kind of back up here. So it's not going to be the most practical thing, but hey, no one's going to run straight into a wall. The problem that I have here is, hey, someone's now going to just jump off the edge and then fly off into nothingness. So it's going to be probably impossible to have it start and end on level ground just because of this green one here. But try your best to keep it somewhat reasonable here. So what you want is to try and arrange these in such a way that the amount of dirt you take out is the same as the amount of dirt you need to bring in. So for instance, on this little red one here, if I zoom in, the x-axis is our level ground line, right? So if I dug out all of this dirt, I could use all of that dirt to fill in and make this hill here. So that one there is entirely balanced, perfect, awesome, great. But then over here on the blue one, if I'd have to bring in all of this dirt, so where is that dirt come from? Well, it could come from part of this, and then but maybe I would have extra to then fill in part of this, but then is that enough? Can I change it? And if you need to, you can move these up a little bit if you think that, hey, I need to do that to make it a little bit more practical. Is that going to be a better way, or do we need to move everything down? Try and figure out how you can arrange these. You can flip them however you want. Get a track that you think the amount of room above ground level is equal to the amount of room below ground level. That's your ultimate goal here, trying to figure out how you can do that. Play a round up and spend 5-10 minutes trying to finagle it to be as good as you can possibly get it. That's all I really want you to do. Okay, we would normally then go and share these with our neighbors. At home, we don't really have a neighbor, but just try and get it as best as you can. Just kind of talk about it and explain it to yourself. Even if you need to talk to yourself and feel a little bit crazy doing it, go ahead and do it and just kind of say, hey, here's why I think this is going to work. It does really help to kind of vocalize and say those words out loud for yourself there. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then once you've kind of done it and you feel good, go ahead and resume here. Okay, so we would, again, typically have you kind of justify those and kind of travel to other teams and try that out, but at home you really can't do that. So try to figure out what the actual price would be. So estimate the amount of dirt you're going to need to either bring in or take out, and then using the pricing guide here, how much do you think it would actually cost you? Again, you want as little cost as possible for doing this. We're not going to be able to share, so we're going to actually call it good there. So that's all we're really going to do for today. Again, it's very exploratory, but this is a very major concept which is going to be important kind of going forward. So hopefully that kind of made a bit of sense there, and you were able to get what you feel is a really good balance of dirt above and below the ground level there. So homework-wise, we got 22 through 28. I will see you guys next time.